I needed to, how can I say this?
Counseling.
It's not brainwash, but I had to.
It is brainwash.
I had to I had to come out of that like I guess I had to get back to me. I always felt growing up that that I wasn't pretty enough, I wasn't thick enough, or I wasn't small enough. Those are the things that an abuser would say to you. Oh, you're going to be just like this person. You're going to be just like your mother. Or you're not this, or nobody is going to want you, or this, that, and the other. And I had to get up every day, look myself in the mirror, and I had to say no. And I'm going to go scriptural on you because this was the scripture that I used. You are fearfully and you are wonderfully made. And I told myself that every day, that I was fearful and that I was wonderfully made and that I was going to be somebody, no matter what I had to do, tooth and nail. But I fought like hell to make sure when somebody said I couldn't, I could. When they said don't, I did. I did it first and apologized later. And that is who I am. And I'll say to anybody, don't let anybody stop you, and don't make your past, I don't want to say an excuse, because your past can very well hinder you. But if you're constantly doing this, looking backwards, you're never going to get forward. I actually had to, and I'm writing about this now in my second book, but I actually had to go to the person who I felt hurt me the most. It wasn't the stepfathers. It wasn't the boyfriend who whooped my ass almost every day and bust my head open and wouldn't let me go to the hospital. It wasn't anybody who ever told me I wasn't going to be anything. It was the person who I felt that was supposed to protect me the most, and that was my mother.
Oh, no.
I could never forgive my mother. My mother got my second stepfather, out of jail. She let my first stepfather get away with molesting me all those years, up until I was 8. I was a kid. I was probably like 2 or 3 up until I was 8. But my second stepfather, she actually got him out of jail. And it was a choice, me or him. So my aunt got custody of me because my mom chose him.
Oh, no.
So I could never forgive my mom for that. Up until I became an adult, that I had to say, look, my bitterness at her is not causing me to get any better. It's causing me to stay bitter. And I can't focus on what I'm trying to do with my life because I'm still beating her up here. And I went to her one day and I said, you know what? I forgive you. And she looked at me very nonchalant and she said, I forgive you too.
What?
But I didn't let it stop me. I smiled because you know what? In my heart, I let it go. And I've been fighting to be better every day since. So that's what I say to you. If you've been in my shoes, don't get bitter. Don't stay bitter. Get better. And use that as your motivation.
Oh, that's what's up. All right. We're going to take another short break real quick because we need to get our heads around this business right here because that was some intense business that Acire just gave to us. I'm emotional right now because I'm a little bit angry. I mean, even though it doesn't affect me directly, but I am just it's happening. And I'm going to play this song that's on my CD called Mono and Mono. I guess in so many ways you can somewhat call me an angry artist because I do express myself in a lot of my music. So I'm going to play this real quick and we'll be right back. So don't go anywhere because you guys can still get, and especially you. Matter of fact, it's official. GBL, you're getting free business. So you make sure you stay there. And matter of fact, guest 2406, I want you to stay there too so you can get some free business too. So we're going to give you some free calendar from Acire's 2010 calendar. Acire's, what else you got, Acire?
My book, On the Pulpit.
On the Pulpit. And you're going to get 2 free CDs from AMO or from me. I Princess or the Orgasm Lady, as most refer to me. So you guys stay put, and we'll be right back to finish up the interview, and then we'll get the business to you. So we'll just go ahead and play this song because I need to take it down 1,000. How about it? And the YouTube caller on the line, I see you there. I see you there listening. 696. I'm not gonna. I mean, if you want to come on the line, just hit me in the chat room and I'll bring you on if you want to share something or if you have a question or comment for CIRE. I see you there, though. All right. All right, people, we got to cut that song short because that's actually a long one. So we are back on. I see callers on the line. Hang in there. We're coming to you. We're going to get your questions. People in the chat room, thank you for joining. We got some free business for you. Well, actually, GBL and yes 2406. We've already committed to you, so you guys hang on. Make sure you don't go anywhere because we got the free stuff for you. But if you disappear on me and you don't get my email address, then you won't get the free business. So hang in there. Where were we? We were talking about the business with Acire. Her eyes are mirrors overflowing with emotional reflection of her pained past. And, you know, me personally, there's some anger there. Even though it's not directed towards me personally, there's some anger there towards your mother. And I just want to kind of express why that anger is there. Sure. And I personally feel, and it's just my opinion. It's solely my opinion, people. I think people in general have children. And I've said this before, and it's so funny that I feel that I'm getting ready to say this because I was just talking to an online friend of mine about this very thing just yesterday. I think that people have children for two reasons alone: for carelessness and selfishness. And it pisses me off. It pisses me off when people are careless and have children. But it enrages me when people have children for selfish reasons. Now, that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of, I can sort of define my anger towards this woman that I have no connection with whatsoever. I don't even really know her except through you. But part of my anger with that is because here she is a mother. Now, whether she gave birth to you for careless reasons or for selfish reasons, she was still your mother.
That's true.
And she basically failed as a parent. She failed. I mean, that might kind of hurt, you know, to her or even to you, but it's the truth. She fucking failed. Bottom line. And that pisses me the fuck off. How are you going to be a mother and subject your own child to this? Now, let me ask you this. Was she aware of what was going on?
Yeah.
She was aware. Oh my
well,
God!
There were signs, and when I told her the signs, she refused to see the signs. So, in my opinion, yes, she was aware.
That enrages me
Do you believe that, I read somewhere that things happen in our life by divine intervention?
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe in that? Do you believe that, like, for me, and I'm not making an excuse, but I had to look at, I have two other sisters and I have two other brothers as well. And out of all of us, most people don't think I am related to my sisters and brothers. You know what I'm saying? Because I did say to you that my aunt pretty much raised me when my mom gave her custody. My aunt was pretty much a teenager,
right,
when my aunt got custody of me. And she's like my mom. But everything that I've learned about being a woman, I learned from my aunt. And when you look at me